All right, what is going on, guys? Willis Gaming here. We are back with another Destiny 2 video. Obviously, before this video begins, if you guys would like to win the exclusive emblem on screen, feel free to leave a like on this video and leave a comment down below. If you want to subscribe to the channel with bell notifications turned on, none of this is required to actually enter for the giveaway. It's just to support the video. So in this video, guys, obviously we have the Solstice event today. What does this mean? I guess if you're a new player, essentially there's going to be a new area unlocking called the European Aerial Zone. We go around this area, defeat bosses, we get armor drops, all that good stuff. We get the packages for Eververse and stuff like that. And we basically need to level up a special armor set which has fancy glows. And I guess this video is going to be a super quick guide on how you can essentially cheese most of the stuff and do them super quick. So we'll be going through all of the armor requirements and what you need to do to basically level them up. And yeah, in no specific order, we're going to start off with the Hunter. So I did cover this briefly in one of my other videos, but I guess I'm going to go more in depth, basically telling you the quickest ways to do each step. So breaking it down, you can kind of start like this. Big massive shout out to Chinigan on Reddit for compiling an awesome spreadsheet, which I'll include in the video description. So starting off in Gambit and Crucible, I guess you kind of want to do the most boring dead stuff first. So you'll need to defeat 25 Guardians for one of the upgrades on your boots. For the class item, you'll need to complete 5 matches of Gambit or Crucible. And then for the Gauntlet, you'll need to collect 100 solar orbs in Gambit or Crucible. Moving on to strikes, you'll need to complete 5 playlist strikes. For the class item, you'll need to collect 100 arc orbs. For I guess patrol and just normally just going around the planet, so you want to basically do this on Nessus. For the boots, you need to complete 5 Nessus public events. For the class item, you need to complete 5 adventures. And then moving on to the European Aerial Zone, the new area which they're adding back, you need to complete 1 EAZ run for the helmet, open 10 Solstice packages for the gloves. For the chest piece, you need to defeat 50 enemies, so this can be done anywhere. And then you need to defeat 50 enemies with a solar subclass. And then moving on, I guess, to places you can do all stuff is for the helmet, you need 50 precision final blows. For the helmet, you need to defeat 100 fallen enemies. Chest piece, you need to collect 400 elemental orbs. And then for the boots, you need to defeat 50 enemies with a super. Now, most of the stuff will kind of go in this order. You need to start with Gambit, Crucible, Strikes, Patrol, European Aerial Zone, and then pretty much stuff you can do anywhere. Now, you can pretty much start however you want, but this is by far the most efficient way to do this. So moving down to the Majestic set. So once you've upgraded all of the blue set, it will turn into the Majestic set. So starting off, the fastest way to do these is to start with Gambit Crucible again. You need to defeat 100 Guardians with Void weapons as a team. This is for the boots. And then for the chest piece, you need to complete 10 Gambit matches. Moving along, again, you want to start again with strikes. You need to collect 300 arc orbs. For the boots, you need to get 600 kills with a subclass matching a Solstice burn. Then moving on to patrol, you need to complete 5 patrols in the EDZ. For the gloves, you need to complete 10 heroic public events. Then go to the European Aerial Zone and you need to defeat 200 enemies for the helmet. And then you need to collect 200 elemental orbs for the cloak. And then stuff you can do pretty much in all areas is 2000 elemental final blows, 100 ability kills. You need to collect 1000 elemental orbs matching your subclass. And then for the helmet, you need to get 300 kills with arc weapons. For the gloves, you need to defeat 300 Cabal with subclass matching the Solstice burn. And then for the chest piece, 100 kills with void grenades. And then for the cloak, you need to defeat 20 bosses. So a lot of tips, which is super good for this. Gambit Prime and Comp doesn't drop orbs, but it still counts towards matches. If you're doing public events solo, you can actually fast travel to the same area to reload the area, and you can join one basically that's on maybe a group that's doing it slower. The weekly flashpoint always has repeatable adventures, which is good. Top tree Orpheus, this applies to the Hunter, or bottom tree no Orpheus, and you basically go to the Wish Wall in the Last Wish raid, go to Shurochi in the Last Wish, and this is super good to grind out the void kills and stuff like that. This also applies to getting the arc weapon kills. Maybe you can go in and use the Risk Runner, and that'll be super good. So finishing up with the Magnificent set. Once you've upgraded your Majestic set, it will then go to the Magnificent set, which is by far, I think, probably the hardest one to do. So for the boots, you need to win 7 Trials of Osiris matches. This isn't in order, so don't worry about that. I'm pretty sure it's just win 7 Trials of Osiris matches. You can reset your card as many times as you want. For the gloves, you need to complete a Nightmare Hunt. For the helmet, you'll need to complete a Master Nightfall. For the chest piece, you'll need to complete a Pit of Heresy. And then for the cloak, you'll need to defeat 3 Altar of Sorrow's final bosses. And once you complete all of this, it will give you a sick glow, which you can put on. And this can also be finished after the event is over. So as long as you've got to this step and you have the Magnificent Armor, you can do this at any time, so you don't need to worry. Bearing in mind, this applies to all classes. The only difference is there's a few variations, which I'm going to go over right now. So if you're doing the Warlock set, a really good tip for this is you can use the Crown of Tempest, which is super good. And you can also go to the Shuro-Chi checkpoint. Obviously go and rally flags and try and get your super back as quick as possible to grind out the elemental kills and stuff like that by making the orbs. A really good tip for getting these solar kills or solar weapon kills is you can actually go into the forge and you can pick up a forge battery and you can just go around and melee people, and this will actually count as solar weapon kills. Really, really handy. Or you can just use a solar weapon. It's completely up to you guys. But yeah, big massive shout out to Chinigan for, I guess, compiling this really helpful spreadsheet, which is going to help a ton later with the event. But by far, guys, do it in this order and you'll complete it the fastest. Like, there's no rush. Honestly, this event's going to last a while, so you have a lot of time to grind it out. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little quick video. Be sure to leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and be sure to jump in the Discord, discord.gg/Willis. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.